Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
When you look at this defense,
against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what?
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Rich. And the pressure gets to him again.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. What a great job getting pressure here on the first drive. 3 plays and already 2 sacks.
And that pressure has been intense right from the beginning, and I'm telling you, if they don't make an adjustment in play calling and protection, it'll go from intense to relentless.
And on now is the punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
2nd down and 8.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Looking to throw. Tanner. He finds his man. Complete. That's Harper. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down. They gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The throw over the middle, taken in, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14 yards into Chicago, first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 1st and 10, Rich. Quick hitter here, it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 catches and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
And he's number 6 in the league in receiving yards, and he plays for his team first, but he also in the back of his mind, he's thinking, if I can get into the top 5, that might affect his bonus in his contract.
Looking to throw on second down. Rich under pressure, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. To throw on third down, Rich. He'll take a shot here for Patton. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Wizards are on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now here's a throw that's complete, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Second catch for him today, and they'll wind up a first down.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, Tanner. He finds his man, complete. It's Harper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11, first down.
back to throw. Tanner. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. On the give, this is their fullback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Third down and 13.
Brings up third and 13.
Operating from the gun, Tanner. And that is incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a fourth down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun, Rich. This one is caught. It's Patton. Through the middle of the field. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop.
And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed, right?
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
You look at this defense.
They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter now, it's our home team with possession, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing on 1st down. Rich, a quick throw, but incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down. Rich working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Operating from the gun, Rich. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Rich. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Here comes the Canton offense to set up. Throwing to start the drive. Tanner. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right on the 30. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
And you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Throwing left side, it's complete. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On 1st and 10, Rich. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. He'll try again. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? To throw on 2nd down, Tanner. And his throw here's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Off play action. Rich. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Back to throw. Rich looking middle, and that's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Rich. Locates ETN along the sideline. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Rich. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Back to throw. Tanner. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Tanner. Throw out wide is incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, Bean, the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. This offense ready to go. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw. Tanner. It's a short. Now the ball comes loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for. Well, if they have any designs on getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Rich. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st down, Rich. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Rich. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Tanner. Short throw to Smith. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
On 3rd down, Tanner. He's got his target. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Back to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll look to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give them the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now a give, right side. Singleton. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Touchdown! A 14-yard touchdown. And the Thunderbirds are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it 24-13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Rich. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. So here's a 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Rich. And the catch made. It's Patton. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
On 2nd down now, Singleton. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down. Tanner. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And a pretty little juke move there, but not a ton to show for it afterwards as he's brought down. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Trying to find Barkley on the out route, and he's got him.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered.
In trouble, and he's taken down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they watch this lead shrink a little. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st and 10, Rich. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. This 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Rich. He's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in the home of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Canton, Ohio. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll motion out one of the tight ends. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Wizards look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. And just shutting him off there. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On 2nd down, Singleton. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
On 1st down, Tanner. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw. Tanner. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Leonard. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Throwing on first down. Rich. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. Rich. And his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Tanner. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Harper. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Harper. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tanner.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Tanner. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. A great play there. 26 yards.
And the Thunderbirds have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that one a long 11-play drive.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
They go play action here on 1st down.
This ball complete. It's ETN on the crossing route.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Rich. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 16. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
To the sideline and incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 2 touchdowns. 2:08 on the clock. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing middle, and it's complete. A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1. Operating from the gun. Tanner to Guyton. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Here now, 3rd down. Looking to throw. Tanner. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
4th down, 10 yards to go. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he is going to have a 1st down here. And that should be the one that seals a victory. And they take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And his kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off. But they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for Chicago, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Canton, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.